What is up, everyone? Welcome into another episode of IMHO. I'm Kelcey. That's Lang across the screen from me. And hey, I was watching basketball this week, Lang. I know it's a huge surprise. And, you know, the former or the reigning MVP is doing reigning MVP things. 27 points here, 30 points here. And then I switch over to the Lakers. LeBron's doing LeBron things. Yeah. He had, 46 a couple weeks ago, 20, 30, 30, 30, 30. So it got me thinking, who are some other really good players that are MVP calibers that just have not been recognized? They're MVPs in our eyes, but just not MVPs. I think, for real. For
the last decade, the MVPs have kind of gone to the same group, of people like Giannis, LeBron, KD won one, Steph Curry won a couple. Mm-hmm. So if you're not in that top tier, it's hard to kind of break through that group. I also think we should discuss probably what is the MVP award? Does it go to the best player, or does it go to the actual player with the most value to his team? Because I always felt like when Shaq was in his prime, Shaq was the most valuable to his team, no matter what team he was on, because nobody could guard him. But I think in today's NBA, to me, one of the most valuable players is Chris Paul for the Suns. I don't know who else provides the same things he provides. Not just scoring, dribbling, running your offense, but the leadership, all the off-court stuff. To me, Chris Paul should be in that conversation. I've got some other names, but give me one of yours.
Damian Lillard.
I have him on my list,
is my number one right now. He's averaging 29 points, 4.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists. In his career, he's averaging, I know it doesn't matter really, but he's averaging 25 in each year. Yeah. In his 9 seasons, he's averaged more and more and more points every single year. And again, if we talk about most valuable to his team,
yeah, the
Blazers are running around Damian Lillard shooting, from half court. With 24 seconds left on the shot
clock. But I
clock.
also think his attitude and that kind of stuff, that trickles down to the rest of the team. They kind of feed off of him and the way he approaches the game. And I think without him, that Blazers team doesn't have the same mindset and the same capabilities. So,
we call that swagger. I think
stats are great and everything, but I think that stuff has to weigh into the MVP, debate also. Another player I thought of was Kawhi, who's never won.
He's never. Oh, he's won Finals MVP.
He won Finals MVP, yeah, but never won a regular season MVP. But I also wonder if, I think he qualifies more as the best player, not necessarily the valuable player, because he doesn't play all the games in the regular season with load management. I don't know how many games he has to play to kind of be in that conversation.
Yeah, that's a good one. I went I know this is very off of what we wrote about in the defender part of the article, but I just looked at the top scorers in the league right now. The top 3 of the top 5, and I'm just going to put Damian Lillard in there because I already said him, have won MVPs, at least in my mind. Then there's Bradley Beal and Joel Embiid. They're both averaging about 30 points. They're obviously both the best players on their team, but I just don't know if they've hit that caliber yet.
I think Embiid's probably a little closer in the discussion just because the Sixers are better. If you're Bradley Beal, he's been unbelievable this year, but
he plays on the Wizards.
They're not a good team. They haven't won that many games, and I think that how valuable can you be if the team's not good? Another name that I thought was interesting that I don't know if he'll even be in the running the next few years, despite being as great as he is Anthony Davis. Incredible player, but he's on the same team as LeBron, right? So, can he get the MVP? It might take LeBron coming out and just talking about how great he is all the time to get people to kind of shift their focus.
But that would be at the detriment of LeBron James getting another MVP.
Sure,
and would he do that?
LeBron's won plenty. I think what. Well, we can talk about it in the column, but I think at this point, LeBron's probably more focused on Tom Brady and getting to that level of championships. But go ahead.
No, that's all I got. Do you have any other names?
No, that was me too. I mean, like we said, it's kind of the same group of guys right at the very top who win it every year, and it's going to take somebody else to kind of break through and get to that level, I think.
Okay, well, Lang, you're the MVP of IMHO.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Even though no one's given you that award, I'm giving it to you today. You're the Damian Lillard of IMHO for me.
Thank you, Kelcey.
That's all we've got. We'll see you guys next week. Always get more on grindcitymedia.com.